Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Thought we'd take a look at the progress that this year's cuttings have made so far, and maybe in particular the Ischia blacks, all the different stages of development for the cuttings I have of Ischia black. Some of these things I think I need to move out of here because they're crowding out the light. This tall plant here, this fig tree, is Ronda de Bordeaux. It's just taken off. I need to take that out or probably pot that up. Keep an eye on it, make sure it doesn't wilt within 20 minutes of having it in a lower humidity environment. I just re-dampened that towel there and sprayed. Got the spray bottle that I spray occasionally, increase the humidity. But you have to be careful because you can see there that leaf rotted because of the high humidity. And sometimes if you have a leaf that's pressed up against the glass, or you have another leaf that's sort of sandwiched on another leaf, you'll get rot. And I've actually seen the tips rot, but then they seem to be able to recover. So let's take a look at the Ischia black. I've got a full range of development on these Ischia black cuttings, anywhere from no activity whatsoever to slight progress to a lot of progress and everything in between. So yeah, this is a Ronda de Bordeaux. I'm actually afraid of that breaking off. Yeah, definitely I think I can pot this one up, stake it. And it's really difficult to keep up with the watering with just this pretty much pure bark mixture here. There's a lot of evaporation going on here with these all this surface area from this leaf mass. So here's an Ischia black that has had this leaf on here for months and no roots whatsoever. So I got these gloves on, by the way, trying to protect my hands, get them to heal. They're all dried out. But yeah, this is the extent of the progress on this. This one here is showing some good signs of progress. It's been slow but steady. And it has these roots. Again, April 7th. So you can see the really white roots here. Those are, I mean, if I just look at this the wrong way, I can break that root. So I won't be taking this out of the container. But it's starting to show some, good progress here. I have an unusual situation. I might have to intervene. I think definitely I will be. I have shoots, green shoots coming up the side, trying to break through the bark here. Luckily, you know, they're on the outside, it's clear plastic, so you can see there. I don't want the tips of those to rot. So for some reason I can see one root, but this is a nice thick cutting of Ischia black. Started this 3/15 as opposed to the other one was April 7th. So I've got 1, 2. This one's even lower down on this cutting, the shoot here coming up. So they're on the outside here. Might be able to dig away some of this bark and expose the tips of those so that they can break through and not be as wet. There's another Ischia black. Actually has some roots on this, but look pretty thin. I'll be leaving this in this container too for a while. Got another one that just had a bud open up on the side here. That was like, seemed like it was dormant forever. I think I have to soak these because they're feeling kind of light. I just tried to wet them down with the spray bottle. Just noticed that this leaf on this black Madeira seemed kind of floppy, so oh yeah, that cup feels pretty light. So sometimes you just can't, yeah, not really getting enough. This needs a good soaking under the sink. Yeah, so I ran that under the sink. Still water dripping out of it. That cup felt pretty light, so I'll probably do that with the rest of these. But here's another Ischia black. I mean, it's just not doing anything. You know, it's just wait and see. I don't even see any roots. This is April 7th also. It's hanging in there. Let's see, is there another one here? Here's the one with the leaf rot on it. This looks like an Ischia black. Let's see, yep. Ischia black, April 7th. Just a little bit too much humidity. Well, that leaf fell off, so that's probably why. I can see a root right there. So it's progressing. And I got this. Here's one here. Black Madeira sort of shading it out. It's got some buds opening up. Just one leaf. No roots. No visible roots. So it's just making slow progress. So yeah, a lot of these black Madeira are doing better than the Ischia black. This one's very light. Need to soak this too. So some of these I think I need to, wow, that's really light. The only thing saving these is the high humidity that I keep by spraying. Here's a leaf that has fallen off of something. That, ooh, what did I do? I might have killed something there. So what do we got here? Well, here's something that was making some progress and then died. Could be, there's no roots visible. There are roots on the bottom here. So this is a black Madeira, which it looks like this has rotted. This rot, this dieback caught up with the one. But let me go soak this, might be salvageable. Yeah, so I think I have some up potting I can do on these more advanced cuttings here. Black Madeira. They just dry out quickly with all the leaves they have on now. So let's take a look in the cellar. I have a couple of bins in the cellar. So here's that cutting I exposed, those shoots. Two of them did, the tips did rot, but that one there. And not much of the cutting itself is exposed to dirt. But hopefully those shoots will take off now that they're not buried or sandwiched in between the cup and the dirt. But I need to soak all these. These are getting ahead of me. I think now that I'm looking at these, the black Madeira, I think I'm going to start potting up. I need to go through all these and soak them. So I've got black Madeira that really blocking out the light from the others. But what I wanted to point out was I have an Ischia black that has a lot of roots that exploded out from the top above the soil line. If I can get in here. Yeah, I think I can pot this one. Look at the roots. I want to take advantage of those roots. That's the healthiest cutting that I have as far as progress goes on the Ischia blacks. This looks like this is probably an Ischia black too, from the signs of the mosaic virus. So yeah, I better go through these. They're getting ahead of me. Pot them up. So we'll start potting up for black Madeira. This was started March 18th of this year. And look at the roots on that. But look at this root here. I've never seen this. That is huge. It's almost like a branch decided to turn into a root. So I soaked this a little bit and trying to get the roots to separate from the plastic. It's amazing how they can adhere to just smooth plastic. But hopefully there won't be too much damage potting this up. So I've got some soil mixed up here. Some garden soil with some bark and perlite. That's about it. I think we're about to have a pretty good thunderstorm. So because they have such large holes on these pots, put a coffee filter on the bottom there. Let's get this out. Wow, that's in there solid. There it goes. Just look at the root on that. That's huge. Too bad it's pointing up. So I'm not going to disturb that. Probably break it off. Trying to bend it in another direction. So that's one. Wow, that was a mosquito. I wonder if that must have got that blood from me. Wow, that was full of my blood, I think. All right. And I put one of those metal tags, labels on it. And there we go, one potted up black Madeira. Potted up today, 6/27/17. And that cutting was put in a cup on March 18th, 2017. This is looking a little scary. Here's that Ischia black, started March 18th. With all the roots on the top there. I think I just might bury it up to there. So let's see if I can get it out of this cup without too much damage. So you can see the roots here. Pretty chunky mix. like I'm not disturbing it too much. I'll get it into a pot. And hopefully when I bury it up to here, get some nice growth out of this. I have to bottom this out. Right there. So that's a nice Ischia block, I think. Let's see what that does in a couple of months. Here's another Ischia black. Heavy signs of fig mosaic virus. Get this into a pot. Okay. Another one. Now I think I'm going to keep these in the cellar because it looks like some of these leaves are a little drooping already, so try to keep them under high humidity conditions under a grow light. Slowly transition them into the lean-to probably if it's not too hot. I'm afraid of something digging them up if I put them outside. Here's one with roots coming out of the bottom, but I have an identical one to this that's doing nothing. Same type of fork. It was a top end of the branch cutting. I thought either of these were too short, so I just left the fork in the cutting. And this one has rooted and the other one has done nothing so far. Okay. This actually has a nice root that started above the soil line. It was humid enough that it survived and worked its way between the soil and the cup. It's like a mangrove, those plants in the mangroves. Here's that Ronda de Bardot. Definitely needs to be potted up. There we go. That did not want to come out. I wonder why that was difficult to keep watered. It's all got a lot of perlite in there. Pretty chunky mix there. And there's the Ronda de Bardot, repotted, staked, and labeled. It actually looks pretty good, even when it was in the dry soil, so I just might leave that in the lean-to, keep an eye on it. Check back on it in 20 minutes, an hour, and see if it's wilted at all. Well, let me do a couple more black Madeira and then call it a day, although this one here, I've been meaning to up pot. Looks like a nice strong black Madeira. This might be from Encanto Farms. And I wanted to pot this up, get some black Madeira figs. Those look like they're the exact same stage as the one with the fig mosaic virus though, so doesn't seem to be affecting how they mature, the progress. They're both the same. Here's another black Madeira. See the roots on that. So I potted 5 black Madeira. Got this one tall Ronda de Bordeaux. That was long overdue. Couldn't keep up with the watering. And it's an overcast day today. And they don't look any worse for wear. They don't look like there's any wilting going on. I've got the 3 Ischia black in a bin. Take a look at those. So these 3 Ischia black I'm a little bit more concerned about, so I'll transition them very carefully outside, but for now I'll keep them in the bin here. I've got this plastic that I can put on top here, increase the humidity in here. But they look they're looking pretty good too. Of course, except for the fig mosaic virus. So this is New England Gardening. Thanks for watching.